This video, we go through the creation of an Assetrise account. So first thing you want to do is sign up. Username and password. So registration is fast and easy. Now, it's going to come up and tell you don't have any portfolio. So the first thing you'll want to do is to search available portfolios. In this case, we're going to create two portfolios. You could think of these as accounts. So the first one's going to be the Vanguard 5 Fund, which is a common account. The second one, we're going to add Vanguard 3 Fund, and we're going to add that as well. Now, what you'll see when you go into the dashboard, you will see the two portfolios listed, but what we're going to want to do is go into My Portfolios and simply edit the number of shares. So for example, say VTI, we own 1,000 shares. If I look at my price, I paid $178 per share. That's going to immediately populate. The XUS, I own, for example, 500 shares. And again, same thing, put in your price. B&D, for this account, I own 400 shares, bought it at market price basically. VNQ, which is my real estate fund, I own 543, bought that at $45. And then the same thing under the Vanguard 3 fund. So down here, similar, I only own 400 shares of VTI, I just bought them today. BND, I own 200 shares, I bought at 66. And in this account, I do not own VEA currently because I sold it, but I do have $45,000 in cash. So now what I'll do, if I go back to the dashboard, it'll populate and we see the allocation showing up for that dollar amount. Next, we need to go over to the asset allocation dashboard, and I need to configure my target allocation. So if I'm doing 60% VTI, I'm doing 10% international, 10% in REITs, 10% in bonds, and then 10% in cash. So you see it equals 100%. It'll populate the target amount. You can see the delta percent between the current versus target in this view, and also the delta in a dollar amount. So if you want to go in and rebalance it, gives that to you as well. Now, if you go back to the dashboard, you'll see that populated. So now you see your current asset allocation in a nice visual versus your target asset allocation. Assetrise does use real-time APIs. So any of the tickers that you have in here, for example, in this case, VTI, VXUS, BND, VNQ, those are all ETFs, Vanguard ETFs, and those are updated real-time, with obviously with a stock market ticker price during business hours. You can customize the asset type as well. I'm sure users would like to have either their own verbiage or how they would like to categorize things, so that is available. You can also edit, add and subtract individual assets as you procure them. And then if you go under My Portfolios, you have a couple other features. You can go ahead and edit, just clicking on this button, your share count. So if you picked up a dividend or you added more shares, you can update that real time. That will edit. It'll also roll up to the portfolio itself. So it's as simple as that. Just to get started, add to accounts. You also see the dividend is updated, your portfolio return, portfolio value, and the dividend. So that's a quick overview of getting started with Assetrise. I have a couple other videos coming up that'll go into a bit more detail.